I think the one that comes to mind the most is something called rigging. It is very much an internal process. There's really no reason a client would ever really need to see this part, but it absolutely affects everything that they do see after they've already approved something. Rigging is the act by which we create a digital armature to put inside of a 3D character model. It doesn't even have to be a character. It could be anything. Most things actually do have rigs inside them. They're just very, very simple rigs. They can get very, very complicated.
Yeah, they can.
Rigging is the act of doing that. And then once you see how those bones work or how that structure moves the model, that's how you can tell whether or not your motion is going to look really good or really bad. Best people who rig these things are actually really good animators because they understand how things should move and what controls they would need in the process. And so I think if clients got to see a little bit of that technical side, they'd be a little bit more appreciative of good motion versus bad motion and sort of understand where that comes from.
Well, and maybe also see the sort of complexity of how much time actually goes into that back end work, right?
Yeah.
Because we always get that question of like, well, can we just make it move? And it's like, well, we can.
Yeah.
But
and it's also simultaneously the reason AI is not going to do a great job at motion because there is no rig in AI. It doesn't come up with that. It's just kind of producing pixels in a sequence. Rigging is the actual control module that allows you to control the frame in the way that you want and specifically art direct that motion.
that makes sense.
Yeah.